Hey guys, what's up? It's Teets here with 4 Dads Golf, and we have another PGA Tour 2K25 video. Today, I'm going to be going over all of the bunker shots in PGA Tour 2K25, when to use them, which ones are the easiest, which ones are the hardest, and kind of how to set them up and set yourself up for success. But before we jump into the video, if you could please leave a like. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe, and don't forget to turn on those notifications so you don't miss another 4Dads Golf video in real life, whether it's PGA Tour 2K25, our podcast, or any one of our other golfing videos. But now let's jump into the video. So to get things started, the easiest bunker shot to hit is hands down going to be the blast shot. Now, if you just take a look here, I'm going to go cycle through the shots here. If you look on the right side of the screen where you have the swing, if I go to pick, it's very, very small little window there. If you go to the splash, smaller window, but then if you go to blast, it's got the biggest window to make the shot. So that means you have more room for error, which is great, especially if you're a beginner in this game. But this shot in general, the blast shot, rolls the most. By far, rolls the most. As I'll show you here, let's just get a random shot out of here. 31 yards away, the ball lands 20 yards and rolls with some undulation about 12 yards. So from 20 yards to 32 yards. Again, let's try that again. Make sure I'm on blast. Just see how far we get this thing to roll. Landed at 19 yards, and this one rolled about 10 yards. So about 10 yards to 12 yards, depending on undulation, depending on where it rolls, because you see it kind of does go uphill just a little bit. And this one is obviously great, especially if you have a lot of room to get to the pin, which obviously here we do. You technically have, let's see, the pin's at 31 yards away, and the green starts at about 12. So you have about 20 yards or so, 19, 20 yards. And this is perfect just to get it up and out of the bunker. If your goal is just to give yourself an opportunity to make a putt, then this is going to be the bunker shot that you want to hit majority of the time. Because look, I'll even start at like 14 yards. Lands at 14 yards exactly. Not much undulation, but it still rolled out 9 yards. There is much undulation, meaning it goes up a little bit. There's a little more slope there. Now, let's try that again one more time here. Again, this one will roll out the most out of all three of them. Okay, and this is great if you have a lot of room to the pin, a lot of space. You're not short-sighted on the bunker or anything like that. This is perfect. Also, if you're just terrible with bunker shots, just in general, you struggle with them, and this is perfect because this will help you get up and down more often than not. It'll get the ball on the green, and that's ultimately what you want to do. To be more successful, you got to get out of the bunker. The worst thing that I've had multiple times is hitting it like this, one of these little shots right here, and you're just stuck in the bunker again. You get it caught on a lip or something like that, and it just ruins the round. It ruins your day, and you're like scrambling for your life. So you definitely want to avoid that. So blast is going to be your friend if you struggle with your bunker shots. So definitely want to keep that in mind. If you're better at the bunker shots and you want to know specifically which ones are for which, this one specifically is great for, like I mentioned before, where you have a lot of room to the pin. You got about 20 yards of room here, but this is perfect for the shots where you have a lot of room to the pin. All right, so the next bunker shot I'm going to go over is going to be the splash bunker shot. Now, this one is very similar to blast in the sense that it does have some rollout. However, the rollout, I would say, is kind of cut in half, and it is a little bit more of a difficult shot in the sense that you don't have as much wiggle room in the backswing or even the foreswing as if you just take a look here on the right side where it shows your swing, you have more of, leniency there. But then when I go over to splash, it's less. So you definitely have to be more precise with the splash shot here. As I'll just show you, 15 yards out, hitting this shot, it lands at 14 and it takes it to about 19, 20. So that's about 5 to 6 yards of roll instead of 9 to 12 yards of roll or more with the blast shot. So this one is a lot better in terms of if you don't have a ton of room. You might have a little bit of room, and that's good. It'll roll out a little bit, but don't expect it to roll out too much. Again, it started at 12, rolled all the way down to 18. It's about 6 yards of roll there. This will roll out a little bit, but it's not going to go as much as the blast. And obviously, it's not as easy as a shot as blast is, but this is good if you have a little bit of room and you're not short-sighted on the bunker. Again, this is going to take a little bit more precision, but it's totally worth it if you're able to master it. Again, I prefer this one probably like 6 to 7 times out of 10 when I'm in the bunker over the blast, just because the blast has too much roll for me, and I I love controlling my shots as much as I can, and I feel like with Blast, I just don't have as much control. That's definitely more of a beginner shot, in my opinion. The Splash is definitely more of an intermediate shot, and I definitely recommend it for anyone. If you're able to figure this one out, this one will definitely help lower your scores. It'll help get you closer because again, you can control that spin a little bit, not crazy amounts. I mean, you can lower the spin a little bit here, but look at what it does to the swing. It just makes it even more difficult to hit this. And let's see, it might have stopped it maybe a yard less. I mean, it's not even worth it, honestly, because I think I'm doing it right. I think it's, let's see here. Well, that doesn't help anything because I didn't hit it properly. But let's try that again. Because I'm still a little bit confused on like, all of the spins and stuff like that. Okay, 13. Yeah, it doesn't do anything for a spin. So I think that has to come more with the ability. So definitely get to know the splash shot. Love the splash shot. It's pretty much like the go-to one, really. I think you have to unlock Blast, which obviously is an easier one to hit. And I would consider this, the splash, definitely the intermediate one, and honestly the perfect one to use pretty much in all situations, because a lot of these bunkers, you're going to be pretty much in this situation where you're about, let's say you have about, how much green is there? About 11 yards of green to work with. And it's just a great shot to have in your bag. Obviously, you will. I think it's one of the stock ones that you get when you do start, your creative player, whoever it is. It doesn't matter what level or what character type or build that you pick, or archetype, should I say. But this one is money. Once you get it down, it is so helpful. But Teeds, what happens if you're short-sighted on a bunker? What do you do then? You can't use the Blast because it's going to roll out too much. You don't have much green. You can't use the Splash because same thing. There's too much rollout. Well, I got you. It's the Pick. Now, the Pick is unlockable. I believe it's if you're Technician player. Now, if you don't have that archetype and you're like me, who use a Powerhouse, or you use Greenskeeper, or one of the other archetypes in the game, you can unlock it, which is awesome. And I'm really glad they allowed this. I actually surprisingly am kind of glad that they allowed this for everybody if you're able to do it. This is kind of where the pay-to-play thing kind of comes in, at least in my opinion, where if you get another player to an 85 overall, you unlock their special ability. Now, for the Technician, that is going to be the Pick. And for other ones, it's other things. So I think there's like the Super Texas Wedge, like the Green Reader for the Greenskeeper, and there's other ones for each one. I think like the Powerhouse is the Power Drive, which honestly is kind of pointless in my opinion because it's very hard to maybe hit it 20 extra yards. It's not even worth it, honestly, because it's so like veering off. But anyway, back to the bunker shots. The Pick. The Pick is a game changer. This one is definitely, in my opinion, probably the most difficult one to hit, but if you can hit this and you're short-sighted in a bunker, this will save you so much because there is so little roll, and that's what you want. I love no roll. And when I used to play EA Sports PGA Tour, I played both, PGA Tour or PGA Tour 2K21, 2K23, and then also the EA Sports. The EA Sports, the Pick was amazing. And it's very similar here. I'm going to show you here, 12 yards out, a little bit of a down slope, hits at 8 yards, rolls down a little bit. Again, that's probably just because of the undulation. I'm actually going to move my player just to give you guys a better idea of that because I don't like the undulation there. That does not help to show you what it is. I'm going to move over a little bit more. Okay, yeah, there you go. Perfect. No undulation there. I'm going to put the Pick a little bit farther out, which is nice. You can actually hit this thing, 22 yards out, which is awesome. So I'm going to put it about 16 just to show you guys. Hits at 10 and rolls to 11 to 12. So you might get a few feet, if anything, maybe 2 to 6 feet of roll, which is amazing in my opinion. I absolutely love this shot. Just make sure you hit it far enough. Not like me. Obviously, I'm practicing right here, just trying to show you guys just how much it rolls out. 8 yards, 9, maybe about 3 feet that might have rolled out. Again, this is perfect. The Pick, it just makes your ball stop. And that is what you want, especially if you're short-sighted. I know technically I'm not short-sighted here because of the slope and everything, which is kind of a bummer. But this will save you when you are short-sighted and you don't have much room or much green to work with. This is going to save you almost every single time as long as you can successfully go up and down, as I did right there. Boom, 15 yards, Might have went 6 feet. I doubt it. But I mean, is there another spot that I can go to? I wish, if anyone knows, leave me down in the comments. Can you switch these? I don't want to hit where they want me to every single time, especially when there's a bunch of these like other little pins that I can hit. I would love to show you guys me hitting these pins in different locations, but it obviously is making it very, very difficult when I'm not able to, especially some of these ones over here. But anyway, again, the pick, I'm telling you, the pick is money. The pick is so clutch. And in terms of difficulty, it's obviously, in my opinion, probably the hardest one to do. But if you can unlock this ability, again, if you have another archetype that is not technician, the only way to unlock it, and probably have to wait anyway, it's not even worth it to do it otherwise. The only way that I unlocked it is once you get your original player to a 90 overall, if you don't know this, you get to a 90 overall, you unlock Rebirth, meaning you can create another player with another archetype and they automatically start at 85. Obviously, you're going to have to pay still to get that VC to use those skill points, but you will have the skill points when you start with that new player to get them to 85. So if you have the VC to get them to 85, boom, you get them to 85. That's all you got to do. And once you do that, you unlock the pick. You don't have to play with them until you unlock it in their skill tree or anything like that, which is awesome, which I thought it was, and it's not, which is great. So you don't have to worry about that. You only have to get into 85. Once you get into 85, whatever special ability that you want, you will unlock. And so that is one thing that I do love about this game. So again, to go back over there really quickly, the Blast. This one rolls out the most, and it is the easiest shot to hit bunker-wise in the game. Gives you the most, the most leeway, should I say. The ball rolls out the most, gives you the most leeway, so it's definitely the easiest shot. Second hardest, the medium shot, is going to be the Splash. Rolls out about half the distance as the other one, but a little bit more difficult, more challenging to, hit. But if you've been playing this game for a little while, it's not that difficult to do. Unless, of course, you have like a terrible lie, obviously. And then, obviously, the most difficult one by far is going to be the Pick. And this one will pretty much stop on a dime, or at least it'll feel like it stops on a dime, just because it stops so quickly compared to the rest of them. And yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys like to use. You guys use the pick? Have you guys unlocked another character? But that'll do it for this video, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. If you guys did make it this far, I appreciate it. Please leave a like. If you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe. And don't forget to turn on those notifications so you don't miss another golfing video with 4Dads Golf, whether it's in real life golf, whether it's PGA Tour 2K, or anything else. But that's it for me, guys. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. I'm out. Peace.